Welcome to Explore with Uzi. Today, we're diving into the top 10 dirtiest countries in the world, based on various sources like the Environmental Performance Index, World Health Organization, and other reports. We're talking air pollution, water contamination, the whole shebang. Get ready for some shocking facts and maybe even some inspiration for change. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Coming in at number 1 is Bangladesh. This South Asian country faces severe air pollution with an average PM2.5 concentration of 97.1 micrograms per cubic meter. That's almost 10 times the World Health Organization's recommended limit. Traffic congestion, industrial emissions, and brick kilns are major contributors. Water contamination is also a critical issue, with 75% of water sources polluted by industrial waste, untreated sewage, and agricultural runoff. Waste management is another challenge, with only about 70% of waste properly collected and disposed of. The rest ends up in landfills, open dumps, or rivers and oceans, posing serious health risks. Climate change exacerbates these problems, making Bangladesh extremely vulnerable to rising sea levels, floods, and cyclones. These events further damage the environment, displace communities, and strain resources. The combination of these factors creates a vicious cycle of environmental degradation. Despite these challenges, efforts are being made to improve the situation. Bangladesh's story is a call to action for global environmental responsibility. At number 2, we have Afghanistan, grappling with conflict, poverty, and severe environmental problems. The air quality is among the worst in the world, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 86.5 micrograms per cubic meter. Decades of conflict have left industrial facilities damaged and vehicles poorly maintained. Water contamination is another critical issue, with 70% of water sources polluted. Waste management is also a significant problem, with only about 75% of waste properly collected. The remaining waste ends up in open dumps, polluting the soil, air, and water. Afghanistan is highly susceptible to climate change impacts like drought and desertification. These environmental challenges are compounded by the ongoing conflict, making solutions difficult to implement. Our next stop is Yemen, a country devastated by years of civil war and facing a dire environmental situation. Air pollution is a major concern, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 84.1 micrograms per cubic meter. The war has led to a surge in the use of generators burning low-quality fuel, releasing harmful pollutants. Access to clean water is a luxury, with 65% of water sources contaminated. The war has damaged water treatment plants and disrupted supply lines. Waste management is practically non-existent, with garbage piling up in the streets. The ongoing conflict, coupled with climate change, has plunged Yemen into a humanitarian catastrophe. Drought, desertification, and extreme weather events are pushing the country to the brink of famine. Yemen's environmental crisis is a stark reminder of the human cost of war. Chapter 4. Somalia, a country in the Horn of Africa, faces severe environmental degradation. Years of conflict, instability, and recurring droughts have pushed Somalia's environment to a breaking point. Air pollution, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 78.2 micrograms per cubic meter, is primarily due to deforestation for fuel and charcoal production. Water scarcity is critical, with 60% of water sources contaminated. The lack of adequate sanitation infrastructure further pollutes water sources. Waste management is another struggle, with limited infrastructure and resources. Most waste ends up in dump sites, polluting the soil, water, and air. Climate change exacerbates these issues, with rising temperatures and erratic rainfall patterns. Somalia's environmental challenges are a call for urgent action. Chapter 5. The Democratic Republic of Congo, rich in natural resources, faces severe environmental problems. Decades of conflict and unsustainable resource extraction have taken a heavy toll. Air pollution, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 75.6 micrograms per cubic meter, stems from biomass burning and industrial emissions. Water pollution is another pressing issue, with 55% of water sources contaminated. Waste management is a challenge, with limited infrastructure to manage growing waste. Improper waste disposal contaminates the environment and poses health hazards. Deforestation, driven by the demand for charcoal and agricultural land, contributes to climate change. The DRC's environmental issues highlight the need for sustainable resource management. Chapter 6. India, the world's second most populous country, faces immense environmental challenges. Rapid industrialization and urbanization have led to severe pollution levels. Air pollution, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 74.3 micrograms per cubic meter, is among the worst in the world. Major cities like Delhi often experience hazardous levels of air pollution. Water pollution is another major concern, with 50% of water sources contaminated. Waste management is a daunting task, with cities generating massive amounts of waste daily. Climate change poses significant threats, with rising sea levels and more frequent extreme weather events. India's environmental challenges require urgent and comprehensive solutions. Chapter 7. Pakistan, facing numerous challenges, is also grappling with severe environmental problems. Rapid population growth and industrialization have taken a heavy toll. Air pollution, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 73.2 micrograms per cubic meter, is a major concern. Water scarcity and pollution are pressing issues, with 45% of water sources contaminated. Waste management is a challenge, with limited infrastructure to manage growing waste. Improper waste disposal is common, leading to environmental pollution and health hazards. Climate change exacerbates these challenges, with rising temperatures and more frequent extreme weather events. Pakistan's environmental issues highlight the need for stronger regulations and sustainable practices. Chapter 8. Nigeria, Africa's most populous country and a major oil producer, faces significant environmental challenges. Air pollution, with an average PM2.5 concentration of 71.4 micrograms per cubic meter, is a major concern. Oil spills in the Niger Delta have devastated the environment and caused health problems. Deforestation, driven by agricultural expansion and logging, contributes to climate change and biodiversity loss. Waste management is a challenge, with limited infrastructure to manage growing waste. Improper waste disposal is common, leading to environmental pollution and health hazards. Climate change impacts Nigeria with rising sea levels and more frequent extreme weather events. Nigeria's environmental challenges require urgent attention and action. Chapter 9. China, the world's second-largest economy, faces severe environmental challenges. Rapid economic growth has come at a significant environmental cost. Air pollution remains a major concern, particularly in major cities. Water pollution is another serious problem, with many rivers and lakes heavily polluted. Deforestation has been a problem, although large-scale tree planting programs have been implemented. Waste management is a challenge, with massive amounts of waste generated. Climate change poses significant risks, with rising sea levels and more frequent extreme weather events. Despite progress, China's environmental issues require continued efforts. China's story is a testament to the need for sustainable development. Chapter 10. Indonesia, a Southeast Asian archipelago, faces significant environmental challenges. Deforestation, driven by palm oil plantations and logging, has led to habitat loss and climate change. Air pollution is a concern, particularly in major cities like Jakarta. Water pollution is another serious problem, with many rivers and coastal areas polluted. Plastic pollution is a major issue, with Indonesia being a large contributor to marine debris. Waste management is a challenge, with improper disposal exacerbating the problem. Climate change poses significant risks, with rising sea levels and more frequent extreme weather events. Indonesia's environmental challenges highlight the need for sustainable practices and policies. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Explore with Uzi, and share this video with your friends. The environmental problems facing these countries might seem overwhelming, but remember, every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. Let's work together to protect our planet. See you in the next one.